Okay, so the movie I watched was Black Hawk Down, and the movie itself was very well structured, very well put together. The music choices were good, the actor choices fit very well into their roles. My biggest thing I loved about this movie was the action sequences fit very well. They were done very well. The special effects, the dare I say, the gaudiness or goriness of the action sequences fit very well into the type of movie this was, and the fact that you needed these gory scenes or you needed the frantic moments, the gunfire, to get across the fact that these scenes were tense. They needed to be very tense, confusing, because the event itself was a very confusing act because once the first mission was basically ruined because it was a big mistake to try it in the first place, that everything went to crap. There was no basically backup plan, and everything was confusion from there on out. And the movie did very well to capture this in its action sequences, and the fact that when the Black Hawk goes down, Super 6-1 goes down, there was a lot of confusion. People didn't know what to do. The overhead commander was like, alright, we gotta do a rescue mission now. And just out of the blue, he rounds up a bunch of people to go on a rescue mission, which wasn't very well planned to begin with, but ends up working out, even though we lose, I think, 17 in on the actual movie itself. So that was a big thing, and the casualties, injury-wise, were very large on our side. The thing I had the biggest problem with in this movie was the fact that there was no character development. They were just your basic military hoo-ahs. That you have the guys who don't want to go into battle because they're afraid they might die and things like that. Or you have the big tough guys, the leathernecks, who are just like, oh, we're big and strong, and that's something, and that's what their problem was. The biggest thing was that the character development was not there. You needed to develop characters considering this was not a documentary, so you needed some sort of character development to help the movie along, which this movie had very little of, and that did not help. And other than that, it was a very fine put together movie. The special effects were very good. The acting was good for the most part, other than it was kind of like dull in a couple spots, but that's what happens when you try to add drama into some action movies. It doesn't fit very well into them because you need more action for the most part. And other than that, it was a very well put together movie, and I liked it a lot.